Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to talk about why having too many choices in life is not such a great thing, right? And there have been studies done on this since like 20 years ago about how too many choices has kind of ruined the modern person's psychological well-being, right? And I don't know if you're a big fan of The Simpsons, but I'm a huge fan. I haven't watched that much, but growing up, I love The Simpsons. And there was this episode where Mr. Burns, this guy, is shopping for the first time. Like he's never actually gone to the supermarket, and one of the things he has to do is buy like ketchup, right? So he looks at a bottle of ketchup and then a bottle of catsup, and he just stares at it, and what's funny is like they kind of make it like committed some kind of a crime because he's confused, and they take him away to a retirement home. But he just sits there and says ketchup or catsup, ketchup or catsup, right? And this is the thing that I experience in many facets of my life, and I realize that I just don't make decisions well because there's just way too many choices, and all the choices are way too similar. Now, if you're a business owner, one of the things that you can learn from this is that if you have some sort of product or service, you don't want to make too many choices for your customer to choose. Because what's going to happen? It's going to lead to indecisiveness. And indecisiveness will essentially ruin your life, right? And the first time I ever heard about this was from a book called The Paradox of Choice, right? I don't know if you ever heard about this book, but this was released in 2004, so right when I graduated high school. And basically, he says that it's made by a psychologist, and the psychologist says that, hey, eliminating consumer choices, it will actually reduce anxiety for shoppers, right? And he talks about examples like how there's like so many varieties of eggs or vitamin D, vitamin A milk, ultra pasteurized, highly pasteurized. You know the drill. When you go to a supermarket, there's like 20 of the same thing, but none of them are really all too that different. And that's really what the opposite of what you should do as a business owner and as a consumer. Make a choice. Be cognizant that having all these choices isn't good for you. And one of the most notable examples of this is they did a study of too many choices, right? Like, so in a supermarket aisle, they had people sample jams, right? So they gave them like 24 choices of jams, right? Like all these jams, and it actually attracted more people. So in the initial marketing experiment, people thought like, wow, like people want our jams, right? But guess what? Only 3% of people bought, right? So that's very very bad. But once you only had six choices of jams, right? Six choices, you had actually initially attracted less people, 40%, but 30% of those 40% bought jam, which is, you can see that even though certain ideas look good initially, they're actually bad ideas in the end, right? So having too many choices is a really bad thing for consumer. It's a bad thing for everybody, business owners, consumers. Think about if you run a restaurant, right? I don't know if you ever worked at a restaurant, but I remember once upon a time I did work at a few restaurants. It was one of the worst moments of my life because if we offer too many things, right? That's a lot more training for your workers. It's hard to keep inventory, right? And if you have if I ever had a restaurant, let's say at a juice bar, I'd only offer like three types of juices, maybe like one green juice, one carrot, and maybe a carrot and a green apple, right? That's all I'd offer. I wouldn't offer like 20 types of juices. And so whenever I see like a big menu with has like 20 different things, is like, how do you know how to make all this stuff? It seems like too overwhelming, and the training effort to train your employees seems like it's going to be a big deal, right? All right, so the perfect example of this, of too many choices, is McDonald's, right? So there's this article from 2014. So again, the book Paradox of Choice was written in 2004. So it had this has been a really long recurring problem for a long time. 2004, and then there was this article in Business Insider about how the McDonald's menu is completely out of control, right? And if you look at the old school McDonald's menu, it's like drinks, a few drinks, hamburgers and cheeseburgers, and French fries, and that's it. And that was the original McDonald's menu, right? And then I don't know if we have a modern McDonald's menu. And this is like, hey, Chipotle does things right because it's just a lot more simpler. Now, when Chipotle got overtaken, like the original founder left, they kind of made things a little bit more complicated. But look at this. Look at all these menu items at McDonald's. How do you know which one to choose? And how do you train your employees to make good burgers if there's way too many items on the menu? You're gonna overload your fast food workers. And I remember when I worked fast food, I was just overwhelmed just making one type of burger. So how are you going to be, do they want their employees to be a jack of all trades, master of none? Seems like it. And look at the breakfast menu. Breakfast menu is insane, right? So, oh geez. Oh geez, I would not want to run this restaurant. There's just way too many items and I'd be so stressed out, right? So stressed out. Again, offering so many items is hurting business. And Business Insider knows that, right? But you take a look at the modern McDonald's menu, and I'm at the website right now. Again, all these offerings. You know what the prime example of the opposite of this is? Pretty much In and Out, right? Because In and Out, how many choices do you have? You have like three choices. But let me just click here. What's a Current Frost box? I don't even know what that is. Does anybody know what Current Frost is? Is that like a new cartoon for kids that's popular now? I have no clue. But we have some breakfast items. Look at all these breakfast items. Oh, gross. I don't even remember the last time I've eaten at McDonald's, but all these burgers, right? We got 9 types of burgers. How many chicken fish? We got 6 chicken fish. Lots of, McNuggets, 10 piece. And what's the difference between 10 and chicken? Like, we don't even give you a number here. Oh, 4 piece, 6 piece, 10, 20, 40. Ugh, gross. All right. All right, and then all these McCafe coffees, oh my goodness, there's so much. But let's go to In and Out. Let's go to In and Out website. Um, In and Out menu, right? So let's go to the In and Out burger menu. And you could see it's relatively simple. Double, cheeseburger, hamburger, french fries. Yeah, some beverages and shakes. I've never had the In and Out shake before. And it's actually been more than 10 years since since I actually had it In and Out. And then again, you know what the cool thing is? They have this secret menu that's not so secret, but they don't put it out in front. And I think that's genius because that's like a menu for those who know what they want. And so people, one of the main issues that you have in a drive-through, if you ever worked in a drive-through, is that people just stand there, they're like, I'd like let me think about it, and then they actually measure how long your customers at the drive-through, and you actually get judged on that. Isn't that insane? I didn't know that until I worked fast food for like a month. But yeah, take a look at this. This is just much simpler. Double, cheeseburger. So how many combos are there? Combo 1, double, combo 2, and then combo 3. Beautiful, right? And they're pretty much all the same. All the combos. And I'll be honest, I probably shouldn't be in this website because now I'm getting hungry and I don't eat in fast food anymore. But yeah, so back to my point. Choice ruins lives, and I think one of the reasons why In-N-Out has such a cult following is because of the lack of choice. Because when you go there, you know what you're going to get, and there's no choice, or the choices are limited. Unlike McDonald's, yeah, McDonald's is popular all over the world, but McDonald's doesn't have that cult following, right? All right, so this is Korean Atlanta mentorship. So just kind of a quick discussion on why we should all try to reduce choices in our lives, and less choices actually means more freedom and more decisiveness. So what do you think about the topic? Have you ever read the book, The Paradox of Choice by Barry Schwartz? Leave a comment below. And also, if you're interested in joining our group, go ahead and click the Google Form link below, and we'll get on a one-on-one Zoom call and discuss your goals, hopes, and dreams, and what you hope to accomplish. All right, have a great day, everybody.